let's get into it. It's crime o'clock, yeah, feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick-tock, won't stop, let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah, it's crime o'clock. Clock, clock, yeah. Typically music, neon signs glow, brick wall behind me. Headlines loud, but they never define me. They rush the story, skip the proof. I slow it down, let it show the truth. Files on deck, read every line. Timestamps matter, so does time. If it don't fit, I don't force the frame. Ask one question, whole story change. No fear my voice, no need to shout. Paper speaks when you read it out. If the math's off, I'll circle twice. Truth ain't loud, but it ain't nice. Yeah. Read it again. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Pull up real close, yeah. It's crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Read it again. They sell a narrative if I sell receipts. Courtroom quiet, but the pages speak. Word for word, no added spin. Let it stand, yeah, let that sink in. Screenshot save, timelines tight. Missing pieces keep me up at night. If they say alleged, I say why. If they say case closed, I say try. No rush here, we do it right. Truth don't bend for the likes of hype. If you came for noise, you in the wrong spot. This is evidence, this is crime o'clock. Clock, clock, clock. Stay with me. This isn't background noise. This is pattern recognition. This is documents. This is crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock, yeah. Feel that sound. Typically unique when the truth comes out. Tick tock, won't stop. Let the facts talk. Say it with me now. Crime o'clock. It's crime o'clock. Typically unique. It's crime o'clock. Yeah. If you're here, you're early. If you're listening, you're paying attention. Show starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Typically Unique. And what is going on with my background? Welcome in. Welcome in. It's crime o'clock. We're clocking in. Come on in. Grab a seat, everybody. Clock it, girl. Clock it. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. My eyes are watering. I'm like all blurry. I'm like, what is going on? I have my lineup today from yesterday. So yesterday we just watched Nancy Guthrie's house and the suits that were there, right? I watched lots of channels discussing who they thought was there. And a lot of people think it was a mix of like feds and possibly the district attorneys, like attorneys walking through, doing a walkthrough of the scene. Not unheard of. I guess this is the second case where we've seen district attorneys walk through a scene before there's someone arrested. So I know JLR, he's back out there today. We'll check in every once in a while, see if anything's going on. I think there's some trucks there right now. I think they're just picking up the cones. Let me know in the chat. I'm not sure. And get this up there. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what the trucks are probably just picking up the cones, but he was also speculating, would there be an arrest today? So I am trying out Nightbot. Is it showing up? Let me see. So Nightbot does automatic messages. That's all it does. That's all it does. So it puts reminds people to like, reminds people to subscribe, and it just does it automatically. So I'm just trying it for the first time. So it's telling you to stop spamming. What? Sluther, let me know if it keeps doing crazy stuff because I'm just trying this out. I can shut it off, but I'm sure there's you got to put in these commands and stuff. Oh, because you said to press the like. Oh. I know how to fix that, but I'll have to do it. Let me see. Timers. Add at. I'm not sure. Maybe I should just shut it off. Let me know if it keeps happening. Let me know if it keeps happening. Oh, you're not a nobody, Sluther. You are a peep. You are a member. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so updates. Well, first of all, everybody who watches the Idaho 4 case, if you were in here yesterday, Sarah D. Irish came in. I was thankful for that. And she let us know that there had been a new document that had dropped, and it was the phone records for Dylan. So we had received reports before where it told us her phone calls and texts and things like that. But this was the actual records with a lot more detail, actually, if you dive into it. So I think I'm going to put something together with that for tomorrow. Yesterday, I just we skimmed through it. We were just basically looking at the times and was it a text message? Was it a Snapchat? Things like that. My big takeaway from it was, well, we got the name of the contact that she entered in, and it looks like it's Brittany Femande, Femande. It looks like an M that's in there. It also looks weird, like a typo or a correction or something. I know everybody was digging, trying to find that person. Let me know in the chat if anybody's come up with anything. So we got that. You think it's a fake name? I mean, we haven't heard that name, that's for sure. And then definitely no one was sleeping, and they not only were they awake, we knew before they were on the phone and texting and things like that, but now we can see exact times and ingoing and outgoing and things like that. Seriously, let me know in the chat if the Nightbot thing is being super annoying. I'll shut it off. I'm toying with it. I'm trying to figure it out. There's not good instructions for it. I had to use Chat GPT to I tried to find a YouTube video, but I couldn't find one. Hey, Leslie and Billy. Let me say hello to everybody. Megastar, hello. You found someone? Okay, great, Meg. You are on it. Sluther75, good morning. Tomboy, good morning, sunshine. I saw Christina. Thanks for commenting on my intro. I wasn't sure. Glenn, hello, hello. Let's all like at the same time. Yeah. Mike, hello. All right. I think I got everybody so far. Hi, everybody that's watching. If you're watching on replay, hi to you too. Leave a comment for me when we get into it. All right, what other updates did I have? So I'm going to cover Savannah or Nancy Guthrie first, and then I am interested. I think it's important to focus on the crime aspects of what's coming out in the Epstein files. There have been survivors trying to speak out for decades, and I'm going to share some of their stories. So, without getting into the heinous details of everything, just, how did they get in that mix? And, just that story, right? The basics of what happened to them. And um, so I'm going to do that today with Maria Farmer. And as far as I know, she's been described um, as one of the first survivors. So I don't know how Virginia Giuffre fits into all of that with her timeline. I'll be looking into her next, probably. Hey, Beach Babe. Yes. Nightbot is showing up. Why don't I see it? Maybe I can see it on my studio part. Oh no, I can see. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, if Nightbot is too frequent or annoying the heck out of you, let me know. I will shut it off because I'm toying with it. Never used it before. But it does automatic messages, so I thought that would be good. Hey Hemi, JLR was saying yesterday. Is it showing it? There we go. Whoops, not that. JLR was saying yesterday that the FBI took over the case. Was there an official word yet? FBI. Yeah, we watched that yesterday. Looked like feds and possible lawyers that were there. People were speculating that the FBI took over. I don't know if there's been an official announcement, but that's certainly what it looked for. Are you what, Tomboy? What? You guys, Cammy Harbaugh has been coming in here since I started doing my daily lives. Oh my God. This, I knew this was going to happen, like with Tommy. And I know we're just we just talk to each other online and, in our chats and discords and stuff, but we really grow a friendship and care about each other. We really care about each other. I mean, so yes, let's take a minute. I'm going to be quiet and let's say some prayers for Cammie and her family. I had just met her, so I don't know like what happened or anything like that, but let's just take a minute. So, yes, rest in peace, Cammie Harbaugh. Prayers go out to her family. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Tomboy. Thank you. That's important. That is important. Yeah, let me know in the chat, like, anything you knew about her. Aw. And I'll get with you in Discord later. Yeah, Tomboy, I'll get with you in Discord later. Yep. Who is that? Born a Honey. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. I forget what I was in the middle of saying. Oh, I think I was addressing like the FBI, things like that. So I'm going to start off with just a couple videos that kind of hit the highlights of yesterday and some key points. And then I'm going to get into the presser again. Should I look at... And the deposition is happening right now, I believe, for Hillary Clinton, but it's not streamed live, but it should be released later. When it's released, I'm coming on here and watching it. So anybody that wants to come back later and join me, you can. I'm interested in that. All the information about that. All sides. I don't care. All sides. Let's get that chat off there right away. We don't want that chat on there. Doesn't look like anything's happening now. So if you don't know, the sheriff department banned all the cars from parking on the road. So now you can see it's just equipment. They did have tents up. I'm not seeing that right now, but let me show you. There were trucks coming in. So let's see. Were they just coming in to get the pylons? I'm sure JLR had a big reaction. Oh, maybe they made them take the tents down. Did they make them take the tents down? All right. Let's see this. She was a mod for one of the channels. Oh my goodness. What is this doing? Is it playing? It's not playing. Sorry.
It's crazy. He touched something in the left corner of the garage and it opened. Strange.
She's not here, obviously. Happy to ruin your streaming. This is a
Okay, let me see. This is what happened this morning. So
But, you know, I don't think he'll throw up a problem with releasing.
So that sounds like a caller. And then a truck is coming in. Do you think there's someone? Do they have someone there at the house all the time?
Oh, somebody's here. He's directing them around the circle. Let me zoom in. California plates.
I know, Beach Babe.
Look at that. Going in the back. Someone has arrived. They're opening up the garage or something. Hold on. They're doing something with the garage.
Sleuther, was your yes please to
They're
me?
opening up
I'm
the
not sure
garage.
what that was for. Can you? I don't know if you were responding to someone else or to me. So someone's going into the house. Through the garage again. I think they're just hiding themselves. That's why.
You know what's crazy? He touched something in the left corner of the garage and it opened. Strange.
She's not here, obviously. Happy to ruin your streaming.
He probably typed in a code.
We need space.
Or maybe the locksmith removed the code so they could just press a button and get in. I don't know.
Might be like a keypad or something.
Oh, yeah. JLR's thinking the same thing. Nice cactus shot. All right. So someone went in the house.
She's not here, obviously. Happy to ruin your streaming. This is a neighborhood. We need space. We need to go home.
Oh my God. Can you guys hear the neighbor in the background? She's like, I'm happy to ruin your streaming. This is a neighborhood. Please go home. Someone said they released the house back to the family. I mean, a lot of people speculated that yesterday. That's kind of weird if the crime isn't solved, don't you think?
What is this?
What is this? So sheriffs are showing up. They're probably there for the streamers.
What's going on here?
That's my guess. Again, this was about an hour ago.
Dude, bunch of sheriffs arrived.
Checking in on what's happening at
Something.
Nancy's house this morning.
They got like a list or something. Something's going on.
They have a list. Yeah, Hemi. The suspicious thing was there was one dark SUV that pulled into the garage, shut the garage door, and then they got out of the car. So a lot of people were speculating it might be Savannah. And then when they came out and drove away, the tint on the car was so dark no one could see. They tried to see in, but they couldn't. On the day that Hillary's testifying, she's testifying right now. I'm coming back later to watch that. If it gets released today, it'll be released, I don't know, sometime. All right, let me skim through this. They're moving. It's the sheriff department. She has some kind of document in her hand. What are they doing? What do you guys think in the chat? What's the sheriff's department there for?
Good.
Dark tinted windows pulled in. Did he show what they did? Nope. Looking to see if he showed the SUV. I don't want to watch a bunch of cops standing around. He's going to get a different angle, maybe. Look at that sun. Oh, man. I miss the sun.
Was that a woman in the passenger seat or a man?
It was a man with a beard.
A man with a beard.
The white shirt, jeans.
So they could see in that one. They must be there to like protect maybe for the cone collection. I think these guys are just coming to get the cones or whatever they're called. Let's see. What's that? CB. That looks like some kind of worker van. All right, I'm
Who's
coming
this
back to
guy?
that. What are you guys
Big
saying?
giant cooler.
They're directing traffic. Now that the road's open, they have to come direct traffic.
The heck's
Hey,
going
which he
on?
was. Yeah, can't hold. It was Bill Thompson. You can't hold houses forever. I agree. I don't know. Anywhere there's evidence, I think it needs to be protected, in my opinion. I could see Annie's house, letting them get back into Annie's house to live because they live there, There's no one that really needs to get back into Nancy's house right now. Cooler?
Did you order DoorDash?
I didn't know, but my name is JLR.
There's a DoorDash driver
It's probably us over here.
for
I'm
JLR.
Yes, sir.
That's what's in the cooler.
More
DoorDash.
deliveries. Interesting. Who did that? Who sent that?
Melissa?
Melissa.
You know a Melissa?
Truly's for the win.
It's asking for ID. You get your ID.
DoorDash from JLR subscribers.
Tell them why it's asking for ID.
That's
So you
awesome.
don't even
Oh
know
my
if
gosh.
you work, you know.
At least they didn't walk up to the door with it. I love these JLR moments. Oh my goodness. driving, but looks like garbage pickup or something. Comcast, you guys.
SBH28MKH. Well, we suspect over time they're going to eventually kick everyone out, but I think they're opening up the roads again.
All right, look at that. Comcast. Are they doing something with the
They might be finding a way to get rid of everybody.
with
Possibly.
electronics in there?
What the heck's going on here?
It is day 26. Day 26. Where's Nancy?
Oh, they're putting up the no parking signs. These are like no parking.
That's their priority. No parking on the street. I mean, it is the road crew, so they don't have anything to do with the investigation. Skim through this, see if we get any more information.
Maybe all the way.
They're still blocking most of the road, kind of. They probably move it if traffic comes.
I don't know what they're standing around here for, but they got the Comcast people inside the house.
That's really super interesting to me. What are they doing in there with Comcast? That's like Wi-Fi stuff, right? Would Comcast be like a Wi-Fi internet company? All right, now they're just picking stuff up. See, they picked up the cones. Look at those mountains. That's crazy. Right there. Look at that. Look at that view. Ooh.
On who said, just the thought, Savannah and her husband will probably be staying in her childhood home.
Oh, wait a minute. He's reading a comment or something. Let me hear this. Nice hat, dude. Nothing.
A lot of people are saying, hey, but why is Comcast business here? Somebody wants some elite business communication here. We're like, no, I wouldn't want to stay in the house that happened. That'd be terrifying.
Internet, phone, cable, TV. I said I like the hat, Tomboy. I have a tie-dye hat like that. It's actually Carlos's, but I stole it.
Who was that guy?
So someone just left.
Who the heck was that guy?
Probably an investigator, I would assume.
Garage door's still open.
Get off. What are you doing? Get off. Get off. Get off. All right. So, what if there's an investigator in there and they needed Comcast to come, like, help get something for them? Who knows? Who knows? Good morning, Caius. How are you today? You made one blue and orange pinstriped. Yeah, you're crafty. Maybe they're setting it up for Savannah to work from there. Oh my goodness. I would not want to go into the house or like, I would probably want to go in and see it just to know what happened. Because I'm the kind of person that like my mind will wander way worse without knowing than it would, even though it would be hard to go in and see. I would want to go in and see the house for myself, but then I wouldn't want to like spend any prolonged time there. I don't know. That's just me, I guess. I know. Could you live in that house again? I mean, it's your childhood home, but to know that I don't know. Everybody's different, but Comcast has voice activated DVR devices too. That's interesting. Okay, where? I'm going to get some other updates from yesterday. I'm on the like drippy portion of my not feeling well.
Guessing at what
Runny
this could.
nose. This one.
That dovetails with something Ashley just added to her reporting.
All right. This is Megan Kelly sharing some information actually from Ashley Banfield.
Over the weekend about the DNA that was inside the house. Sheriff Nanos won't tell us, but she got some details. I don't know if this is the entirety of the DNA, but she did get some more details on what was found inside of that house. Here it is in SOT 54.
Today, another law enforcement source familiar with the investigation has said that the pattern of that blood inside the house matches the pattern outside the house, outside Nancy's front doors. Those pattern droplets, as many experts have described it, are as vertical. They fall straight up and down, 90 degrees. And there's no smears. There's no stepping in it. There's no struggle. There's no signs of struggle on that front doorstep. My source tells me it is exactly the same inside the house, that there's no sign of struggle in that blood. It's not smeared. There's no steps. They are those straight up and down drop pattern blood. I asked where in the house, and I did not get that answer. I can't tell you if it was in the bedroom, if it was in the front entrance.
So that's a pretty good clue as to what went down that night, potentially. Will.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
okay, so I thought that was important information. Now, again, all of our information has to come from Ashley Banfield's secret sources or Brian Enton's secret sources, so you have to, take that for what it's worth. We don't know who their sources are. The sheriff is not saying anything. You would think there would be a press conference after what they did at the house yesterday, basic information, what's going on. We haven't gotten any of that. But I think, hey, Christina, I think this is important to know that she's saying the blood in I'm assuming the bedroom or the other parts of the house. So from the bedroom to the front door, possibly wherever, just speculating, matches the kind of blood pattern that they were seeing at the front door. So basically dripping down, vertical drops. These are experts. Let's see what they say about that.
to cover your first point, Megan, which was about the search and rescue and the sheriff calling it off very quickly, I am more inclined to, although statistically, yes, the chances of recovering someone within a designated period of time, it diminishes beyond that time. But until such time as, unless he had specific evidence to support the reasoning for calling off that search and rescue, I think the search and rescue should continue, whether it be using drones, whether it be using aerial capabilities, whether it be soliciting neighbors, all sorts of things. This can go on for an awfully long time, and determining also what Nancy's typical pattern of life was. You know, what was her routine? Where did she go? Was there a local coffee shop that she would regularly frequent? Until such time as all those inquiries had been exhausted,
Hi, Jessie Lynn. Yes. Not sure what happened. But yeah, it's tragic. It was shocking news. And yeah, I'm heartbroken too because I had just started interacting with her in here also. So someone said she was a mod on a channel. Can someone drop the link maybe? I don't know what channel that was, or at least let us know what channel she was a mod for, because I'm sure that channel will share information if it's appropriate or something like that. Yeah, shocking news. I'm sorry, Jessie Lynn. I know.
I don't think you can call it off a search and rescue. And I've had individuals where communications with kidnappers has broken down, and you'll actually send out a missing persons initiative. So again, it falls again into this bundle of errors that the sheriff seems to be calling, whether it be opening up the crime scene, enabling treasure hunters to come and start digging around. And I agree with Eric entirely on the point of, if she was going to be incapacitated. And certainly from the drops of blood, it would appear, and I think I can give the credit to Eric on this because we discussed this during the break, that she was probably being carried over the perpetrator's shoulder, which is hence why the drops fell as they did through the property and then out. And I'm sure Eric will probably be able to give you a little bit more on that. He's probably more of a blood expert than me.
Okay, wait a minute. What did you just say? Because she went, oh.
Shoulder, which is hence why the drops fell as they did through the property and then out.
Wait a minute. He's talking about why the drops fell the way they did.
We discussed this during the break, that she was probably being carried over the perpetrator's shoulder, which is hence why the drops fell as they did through the property and then out. And I'm sure Eric will probably be able to give you a little bit more on that. He's probably more of a blood expert than me.
Oh, just like other blood observations we've made. So if she was being carried out over someone's shoulder, they would drop down like that. Yeah.
But certainly it just seems a catalogue of errors as to how the whole site has been managed, the process has been managed, and it smacks horribly of a pettiness that the sheriff has towards the bureau and his unwillingness to cooperate
on
with
that
them.
front. On that front, this is speculative on my part, but my understanding is if this is officially a kidnapping from day one, the FBI does have jurisdiction. Like that the FBI could have swooped in and said, we'll take it.
Interesting.
If it's just an abduction, if it's a murder, then it's a local crime and it's the sheriff's. So I could have that wrong, but I did hear that from a legal expert I trust over the weekend.
Okay, there's a difference between an abduction and a kidnapping. Is an abduction when you're taken against your will, but a kidnapping is like a ransom? Is that the difference? So Megan Kelly thinks that, she said this is her speculation, but she's thinking that if it's a kidnapping, the feds could have had authority right away. But if they classified it as a murder abduction, then it would have been the sheriff. I know, the minute the ransom was sent out, right? Like, hello.
And that could potentially, we know this sheriff, he denies it, but we know from his earlier statements, he can't stand the FBI. He has a bad history with them. He does not like them. They've investigated his department.
Ding, ding,
and
ding.
It's possible he was like, it's an abduction. It's not a kidnapping. There's no reason for the FBI. And then eventually, like 72 hours in, he realized, oh shit, I'm in over my head. I don't know. It's just a possibility. But the blood pattern inside the house matching the blood pattern outside the house that we've seen, Eric, is interesting. That, with the new detail that she was taken from her bed, is starting to give us a visual in how they got her out. So expand on.
See, that's another thing. That's why I'm going to go back and look at that press conference again and finish that today, because the sheriff has said something like taken from her bed, and then he walks it back and says, no, she wasn't. And then Savannah uses those words, and we're just not getting even any little details to understand. And I think it's important for the public to understand the crime, because they've said several times they want the public's help, but then they don't give us any information to help with, right? They can, but that would mean they took Nancy over state lines or to Mexico. Yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of people think if it goes over state lines, automatic feds can come in. Megan is saying she thinks if it's a kidnapping, the feds can come in. I think the ransom was legit too. I think they found the fake one, right? I think there was one fake one. They found the guy. They didn't do that with any of the others.
On your statement to Will.
Well, what we were talking about earlier is it seems like if it's a 90 degrees, so you have a straight line, a pattern of blood droplets moving along. Now, she could have been carried, she could have been dragged and bleeding. And, there are a couple of reasons she could be bleeding. There could have been blunt force trauma, and then she's pulled out. She could have been actually killed in the home, and it's not a reduction of the person, but a taking away of the body. Or, something could have happened in the home, an altercation, and they decided we need to get her out. We need to go. And as she's being pulled along, she's bleeding. When you're 84 years old, if you're grabbed roughly, that skin can tear a lot easier than when you're much younger. And so that could have caused it. But either way, it looks to me that she was pulled out or carried. She dropped blood in a certain pattern that matches interior of the house, the porch, and of course along the driveway. And then she's thrown in a car and taken away. And we don't know what happened to her since then.
Well, and the other thing we don't know is how much blood is inside, right, which is why, I've wondered all along if this sheriff is leaning toward murder as opposed to abduction. And he's got to keep abduction open because she's no longer there, James. But if there's a lot of blood inside that house, it's possible this sheriff all along has been, and don't forget, he called in homicide detectives immediately. It's possible from the get-go he's been thinking this is a homicide.
Yeah, and you're right. And he also might have told her, or told Savannah she was taken from her bed because that's where a large deposit of the blood was. That would make complete sense with the video we're now seeing. But why take the body? This case, just the more you look at it, the less and less it makes any sense. Well, why take her body? If she died, in the bed or right there was a struggle.
What if she fought, James?
Yeah.
And then she's got the perpetrator's DNA under her fingertips.
Yeah, it's possible. Again, there had to have been a reason. I try not too much to get in the head of these people because.
Do you think she would have been able to fight?
You drive yourself crazy. But it's just bizarre. And then I think, unless Eric saw it somewhere, I have not seen a lot of blood leaving the porch, going down that little step up, the steps with the wrought iron where that blue T-shirt was left. I've only seen blood. Yeah, like I don't see any.
That blue T-shirt was weird too, because wasn't that like days and days after she was gone? Only space aliens abduct. Hi, senor. I don't know. I saw you guys putting all your definitions between abduction and kidnapping, and it seems convoluted to me. It seems like a very thin line of a difference. Crazy. Yeah, I started Nightbot. It's being a Nazi. It just timed out, senor. Oh no. You guys, I did not give it any commands to do that. Oh my God. I did not give it any commands to do that. How long does it say? Oh my God, you guys, I am so sorry. Can I undo it? Oh my God. Senor, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've never used Nightbot before, but I wanted to try it because it does those automatic messages, but it's not supposed to be doing anything else. The blue shirt was for the dogs. Oh, thank you, Design Rhythm. Thank you. I missed that. I totally missed that. Okay. And here we are listening to Megyn Kelly talking to these experts, and it doesn't seem like he's not making it seem like that. He's making it seem like this mysterious blue shirt appeared out there. Okay. I think that there wasn't a big blood trail after the porch. There was a little bit, coming down the steps and stuff, but I think they pulled the car up there. That's my opinion. We're getting you back. Do you guys have the ability to do it? I think my mods might be able to mess around with it and see. We're trying this out though. Mods, you can give me feedback later in Discord. Tell me what to do. All right, next. All right, I'm not going to play this other stuff, but so did you hear that there are tunnels in this case, in the Nancy Guthrie search? I could not believe it when I heard it this morning. There was a major media, it was Inside Edition. They had a little segment about, tunnels. Could Nancy have been taken and hidden through tunnels? And I was like, oh my God. Or it said escape route. And I thought, oh my God, here we go again with tunnels. All it is the, either like under bridges that are dark, long tunnels in their community. They have them all over the place. A lot of the homeless find shelter under there, but some of the searchers walked through the tunnels to make sure that, there wasn't any, I'm the only one. Let me see. Let me see. I think I can do it in here. Senor, where are you, Senor? I'm coming to the rescue. I can put Nightbot in timeout. Should I put Nightbot in timeout? That would be funny. Hello, Lucky Shooter. If you didn't hear me say hello, where is Seniors? I don't see where's his last comment? How long has he been timed out for? Free Senior. Did it remove all his comments? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't see any of his comments in here, and I don't even know where to do that at. I'm so sorry, you guys. What is this? Nope. He should be good now. Lucy saved him. Lucy, can you give me a tutorial later? Give me a tutorial later. Senor, I was putting free Senor. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's funny. He's back. He's back. Lucy to the rescue. Lucy to the rescue. All right. I think I can do something real quick. Let me do this. Can I get to my settings? Oh no, I can do it here. Here it is. I'm going to save all of you. There we go. All right. Nightbot is out. Nightbot is out. Dago's in here. Hey, Dago. We had to save Senor from the Nightbot. Oh, another thing. Did you guys know that Savannah's husband went to the Today Show, I think yesterday? So if people were speculating that he was at the house at all, I think it was yesterday. He did not go on the air. It was private. And apparently, whoever I heard that from said that he met with everybody from the very, very top all the way down to the very, very bottom of employees there. And it was basically just to express their gratitude for all the like everything they've been doing for the family. So All right, I'm going back to this press conference. Yes. Let me get you, Dago. Yep. Copy. I'm going to close that. And you guys let me know if you still see Nightbot, because I booted it. There's a link in Discord, Dago. What am I doing here? Oh, I can just change. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get what I want on the screen. Share this one. Okay. All right. So yesterday, before the live broke, the breaking news about everybody at Nancy Guthrie's house, we were listening to Sheriff Nanos at his very first press conference. And what came out of that yesterday was that the FBI spoke, and a lot of people have been saying, like, why aren't the state police involved? And I don't know what their setup is out there in Arizona. Like, most states have a Arizona Bureau of Investigations. That's like a state level thing. John Edwards is the FBI Tucson special. He's the assistant special agent from FBI Tucson. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like their system that they have. He said that the FBI had been working alongside of the sheriff. So until we hear anything official, I haven't heard that the FBI has taken over yet. He said that the FBI was working on cell phone data, tower data, interviews of people, and investigative support. So they have been investigating. He said that they've been going over every angle. They were looking for, the FBI agent specifically asked for anything you saw from January 31st to February 1st. So, which makes sense to me. Like I was saying, those main roads have businesses, and those businesses have cameras. And I think those businesses also have some light. So you would think that they would have looked at every car caught on camera on the main roads all around where Nancy Guthrie lived, and at least gotten some kind of vehicles. Oh, the other thing that was reported on news stations was that supposedly there was a 911 call during the night around the time that Nancy got abducted, that they're thinking that she got kidnapped. And the 911 caller said a woman was dressed in black, and she was like hanging out of the car, and I think the car door was open, and screaming. Now, if it was me, I would have followed that car. Like Carlos and I have done it before. We saw a like domestic dispute in a parking lot, and the girl was trying to get out of the car. I told you I have true crime stories. Carlos and I were coming from a fast food drive-through, and it was this big open parking lot area, and a woman was trying to get out of a car, and then the guy took off. And so she stayed in the car. So we followed them. I called 911. I was telling 911 street names, and we were not in our own town. We were in another town. So I was just telling them streets, and then the car pulled down a side street. We pulled down. The cops came behind us. There were like 5 cops. We're pulled over to the side. The cops get out with their guns drawn. Carlos is telling me to like put my head down. It was a crazy scene. One officer, because the guy was not complying with their commands. He wasn't doing what they wanted him to do. It was a really bad situation. And one of the cops kneeled down by my passenger door. I was like, what the heck? Hi.
Well,
I was just telling my own
can you hear me?
Yeah. Say hello again.
I can't hear you. Hold on.
You're low. So I would have followed that car is my point.
Hello.
Much better. How are you doing today? Uh-oh. You can't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. And you sound good.
Okay.
Oh, now you're low.
How about now?
That's better. Jessica Rabbit is on the case. Yeah. Yeah. Carlos and I followed somebody one time that was in a domestic dispute. So I was saying there was a 911 call where they said a woman was hanging. This was the night Nancy got taken, that someone was hanging out of a car, a woman screaming. So there's a 911. Apparently, someone reported it on the news. I don't know if let me look at my page. Did I save?
That's new.
Yeah, I'll have to find where that was reported. I heard it before, but then I saw it again last night.
Is there anything
And
else
so there's
new?
a description of the car. The car was a dark gray or blue Malibu. And then I know nothing about cars. Does a Malibu look like a Charger? Because they had
kind
that
of the same
blue.
body style, but not maybe a little bit, not really.
Not really. Yeah, I didn't think so.
I mean, they have the sedan square body style, but they're not. Charger's more like streamlined, aerodynamic looking.
Yeah.
And
I think you gotta be
Malibu are
real
kind of
close to your mic because it's hard to hear you.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why this isn't doing this again. Sorry.
You can mess with it. I'll help you. So yeah, those were my updates. Oh, I was going through the things we got from
How about now?
what the FBI said on the first presser, and the FBI wanted leads and tips, right? And the sheriff's been going back and forth about that. Like, we want tips. You're giving us too many tips. They're not relevant, Sheriff came out right away and said, I don't know if it was random or targeted. And then I pointed out how they put up flyers the other day, but they could not put, how usually on flyers they'll say last seen wearing. And they didn't even do that for what she wore to Annie and Tommaso's that night. I mean, at least put what was she last seen wearing?
Right.
That's weird. The reporters asked him, do you think there's one or more perpetrator? He said, I have no clue and no threat to the community. So what are we putting here? Oh, Dago's link. Thank you.
Do I sound okay now?
It's still quiet. It's like not normal. Did you switch mics? No?
Nope. I think it's because of this damn thing.
The thing you're running it through? You do that, and I'm going to pull this up. Hi, Italian girl. Clocking in. You can clock in whatever time you can. Okay, so, I don't think we were this far into it. What is this doing? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, Sheriff Nanos.
Doing things with evidence that you would expect us to be doing. So having said that, we're going to set this up. I know that a number of you yesterday.
I got to back this up. I got to hear everything this guy says. All right, so we heard him speak, and then we heard the FBI speak. Okay, so then Nanos comes back up. This isn't a very long press conference.
We'll take some questions.
Sheriff, is there any indication so far as to whether this was a random abduction or target?
It's like I said earlier, we're looking at all the leads, and we don't know. We're going to.
Lucy, there was a member in here, I believe, definitely in the chat, Cammie Harbaugh. And she has been in here quite often ever since I started doing my weekday lives, and she passed away last night.
I just
do you know who she was a mod for?
A mod? I don't know if it was one of Logan's.
Oh my God.
Or drunk. Is it Drunk Turkey? Lucy
You think
said?
Drunk Turkey show, Lucy?
Okay, Drunk Turkey. Yeah, she was in here a lot, especially recently. And
so bad.
With what I saw, I'm kind of shook.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to know the channel because, I'm sure that channel will be doing something. So, yeah.
Horrible stuff.
Horrible.
It is absolutely horrible. She was so sweet too.
Yeah. You could be wrong. Yeah, I'm trying to find out. We need Lucy on the case. Where was she a mod at?
It'll be the one to find her, if anything. It's weird that she would come over here, though, if she was over with Drunk Turkey. But you never know.
You never know.
She was very sweet, Jesse. Very sweet.
She was super sweet. I'm so sad to hear that.
Assume both sides of that. We'll look at both sides.
Sure.
We'll take some questions.
Sheriff, is there any indication so far as to whether this was a random abduction or target?
It's like I said earlier.
All right, we heard the first couple questions. So, first couple questions: random or targeted, one or more perpetrator, and was there a threat
against her will? And that's where we're at.
Sheriff, when you reference violence at the site, can you elaborate on that? And also, was there a sign of forced entry? Any valuables taken? Any?
This press, I need to clear my throat. Sorry.
Valuables taken? Any bank or ATM card used after the disappearance?
We're not getting into that. What I'd tell you is, like any crime scene, we process this crime scene. We gathered all.
I'm going question by question, and it's hard because this was so chaotic and it was just rapid fire questions.
We're going to assume both sides of that.
Both sides of what? Oh, random or targeted.
Do you have any idea what Nancy Guthrie was wearing, or the type of car that she might have left from, or any identifiable information that the public could use to help with those tips?
We do not.
Sure.
Any idea what she was wearing or possible car? Nope.
Do you believe that one or more than one person was involved in the kidnapping?
I just no clue. It could have been one. It could have been more. I don't know. Let me get one second.
Violence. Is there any indication that Nancy Guthrie is still alive? Medication that is critical here is 48 hours. She needs it every single day. Are you looking for somebody that is still alive?
We hope we are. We hope we are.
Sure.
Any indication that she's alive? And then it was whispered, I couldn't hear it, but his answer was, we hope we are. So I'm assuming looking for her alive. And this was on February 3rd. So they're looking for her alive on February 3rd.
You said earlier that you don't believe there's a wider threat to the public. If you're not sure if it's targeted, why do you believe there's no wider threat to the public?
Well, we have crime in Tucson all the time, right? Like any city. And so when you say a threat to the public, is there somebody out there who's kidnapping elderly people in the middle of the night every night? We've not heard that. We don't believe that's the case. We do believe that Nancy was taken from her home against her will, and that's where we're at.
Sheriff, when you reference violence at the site, can you elaborate on that? And also, was there a sign of forced entry? Any valuables taken? Any bank or ATM card used after?
I love this question.
We're not getting into that. what I'd tell you is, like any crime scene, we processed this crime scene. We gathered all the evidence we could to
I gotta hear the question again. He asked about, was there any violence? Oh,
imagine, and we gathered that out.
he said, was there any violence at the scene? Was there forced entry? And then something else.
We're not getting into that. What I'd tell you is, like any.
I want to hear the question. Sorry. We're kind of live diving a little bit.
Can you elaborate on that? And also, was there a sign of forced entry, any valuables taken, any bank or ATM cards used after a disappearance?
We're not getting into that. What I'd tell you is, like any crime scene, we processed this crime scene. We gathered all the evidence we could, to include looking for what? Fingerprints, DNA, camera images, everything you can imagine. And we gathered that out. Those things have been submitted forward to labs, to technological companies to help us. And we're like you. We're waiting for those returns to come back.
Did you find DNA that did not belong in that house?
The window of time from when she was last seen to when she was reported missing, and I know you guys are asking for help from the public, is there any way to narrow down what time you might be helpful? I know there was a report about a pacemaker dinging like around 2 o'clock in the morning. Is there any way to indicate to people, hey, look around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. to help them identify?
I really don't want to get into narrowing down the time, because narrowing it down means we could miss some tips and leads. We're working on with the data we've submitted for investigative analysis. We're working to see if that time can.
Okay. Are you there, Dago? Are you all good?
I hope so.
Okay. Yeah, you sound good. So this guy just asked about the lapse of time from when she was probably taken to when she was reported missing. And are they narrowing in that down or whatever? His question was about the timeline, and the sheriff is saying, we're not narrowing down the timeline. Isn't that the exact opposite of what they're supposed to do?
Yes. Every bit of what they're supposed to do.
I mean, I think it would help you investigate if you can narrow down the timeline, right? Isn't that what we always see in true crime cases?
Yeah, that's pretty much the reason for what they do. So
yeah, we're just gonna ask for 5 years worth of data, because we don't need to narrow it down.
he doesn't make any sense to me. Most of his, I'm not going to talk mean about him, but God.
Nope. I'm just trying to pick out what was said, because I want to see what was said.
Doesn't make sense.
Be tightened up. But for now, we're going with what we told you earlier. She was dropped off at 9:30, and she was found to be missing at about 11 o'clock Sunday morning.
Let me
get this one.
DNA of anyone else found in the house?
We've submitted all kinds of samples for DNA, and we've gotten some back, but nothing to indicate any suspects.
Anybody strange in the neighborhood? I know you're looking at videos, different surveillance cameras.
About the DNA, he said they got some back already on February 3rd.
Narrowing down the time, because narrowing it down means we could miss some tips and leads. We're working on with the data we've submitted for investigative analysis.
What?
We're working to see if that time can be tightened up. But for now, we're going with what we told you earlier. She was dropped off at 9:30, and she was found to be missing at about 11 o'clock Sunday morning.
Let me
get this one.
DNA of anyone else found in the house?
We've submitted all kinds of samples for DNA, and we've gotten some back, but nothing to indicate any suspects.
Anybody strange in the neighborhood? I know you're looking at videos, different surveillance camera, anything that we should be looking at with different cars.
So February 3rd, he's saying they've gotten some DNA back.
But nothing relating to any suspect.
So
Would they get her DNA back?
police respond around noontime on Sunday the 1st. And this press conference was Tuesday the 3rd. Think they could do it that fast, or Othram does it in 48 hours, but
No comment.
they never commented. I don't know how soon, so this is a good question. How soon did they say that they had unrelated male DNA?
That just happened like last week, I thought. The end of last week. I thought. I may not be right, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, but I thought it was the end of last week.
Plus, I thought it was not too long ago that we found out that, like, I don't think it was the first week, I guess is what I'm saying. We didn't find out the first week that
No.
they were sending the DNA to Florida.
No. That was the week before last. Or
Interesting.
Or last week. The beginning of last week, I think.
I just feel like there's something weird going on with that DNA testing, because here he is on February 3rd saying, well, we got some of that back, but it hasn't shown us anything.
Well, that relates back to that whole thing, and I still cannot find anything in relation to them saying that they sent it off to Florida. Florida sent it back, even though they tested it with no result. They couldn't give any results because it had to go through Arizona state testing first. I can't find anything where that's a law, a rule, anything. I've looked at it like 100,000 times. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I don't think it is either, because I looked up that Florida lab and the Othram lab, and they're both accredited. They're both, they both pass the FBI,
Right.
whatever expectations the FBI has. So I don't know.
It sounds like an excuse to me to do something else.
Yeah, and it was weird because as soon as they said, oh, we have to take the DNA back from Florida and we have to give it to Arizona, and then like almost that same day they were saying no hit and CODIS, and then it's a Hispanic male, and it just seemed like it was too fast for that Arizona lab. And yeah, we heard that before. We have to take the DNA back. We have to take it back.
Right, right. Hey, Twizzard Stick, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Twiz.
He changed his
Why
name.
is Twiz getting a new name?
He wants to be called Twizzard Stick.
Twizzard.
Stick. No idea.
Hi, William Tardy. NIST.
Good to see you guys today, all of you.
I looked on their website. Let's see. All right, couple more questions here.
I have nothing in that regard.
Have any demands been made by kidnappers?
We have all kinds of investigative leads we're working on.
Oh, so someone right there have any demands? Wait, did we know about kidnappers at this point? Are they just assuming?
This was Tuesday, the 3rd, right?
Yep.
I think we did.
I gotta look that up. I don't
sure.
know. They could just be assuming because she was taken from her home. We were all assuming that, right?
Right.
And he didn't say no. He didn't say no. He said we're looking at everything or whatever.
Sheriff, we noticed that the camera on the front of the house is missing. Do you believe the perpetrator purposely took the camera?
Don't know that. We're looking into that as well.
Brian.
That was Brian, and he said the camera's missing. Did the perpetrator take it? We don't know. Come on. Like, we know. We see it.
No, Nancy took it and put it in her kitchen drawer. What the hell else other answer would you have for that?
That's the kind of question that is like, you have to answer some questions. You should. If you want credibility, if you want trust, and that's the kind of question we can all see it. It's obvious. Just say yes.
I don't think he cares, Kim, whether they believe in him or he's credible or any of that. I just don't think he cares. Again, that's my
ridiculous.
opinion.
Yeah, that's what adds to the ridiculousness.
Yes, that seemed been fully processed now. We saw deputies leave around 6 o'clock last night. We didn't see Kate show up. An Amazon driver was able to walk right up to the door. Is that pretty standard for how you handle this?
The scene is done. We're done with the residents. If we need to go,
That was crazy. That was crazy. I can't hear this guy's question. Something about 6 p.m. and someone going up to the door.
Has that scene been fully processed now? We saw deputies leave around 6 o'clock last night. We didn't see tapes go up.
Oh, has the scene been fully processed now? They must have left at 6 p.m.
On driver was able to walk right up to the door. Is that pretty standard?
Oh, because he said we were able to walk right up to the door. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
the scene is done. We're done with the residents. If we need to go back to get, maybe we want to do something with some other piece of evidence there, we contact the family and let them know. But we've turned.
Listen to that, you guys. I just wanted to verify this. I just wanted to verify all like why are we thinking this case is a hot mess? Okay. They released the scene. It was probably the day before, right? Monday. Release it Monday. Crime happens Sunday night. She's not found till missing till Sunday afternoon. So they barely spent probably 36 hours at the scene, an estimate. So they spent an estimate of 36 hours at the house, collecting evidence. And I don't remember seeing footage of them at the house. Do you? I wanted to go back and look for that. If anybody finds footage of the crime scene investigators, if you can drop me a link in Discord, that would be awesome. But I don't remember seeing that. And maybe I would assume reporters were there right away, but I don't know. Saying I'm going to release the house. Christina saw them. Okay. I'm going to release the house. But we might need to go back. We might need to go back. I'm going to let everybody go tromp through it, but we might need to go back.
It is so weird.
I mean, Idaho cops didn't even say that.
No, they didn't.
At least they had it roped off and a guard there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This is crazy.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
Meg, you had to put Twiz in timeout this morning.
Oh, Lord.
There's a home invasion.
2 young guys from California. Oh, yeah. That was from before. Remember? They kind of, some people were trying to relate that to this, the 2 younger kids.
Oh, yeah. The teenagers.
The
Yes,
Bitcoin thing.
I did. I showed that on here. Probably last week.
Yeah.
Yep. And hello. Is it Azel?
Aisel?
Lisa? Hello.
Oh, it's just Lisa. I did that before. Don't you remember?
Lisa? Just Lisa.
It's her name spelled backwards. Lisa. And I did. I was calling her. I accidentally think I called her an asshole one time too, trying to say it. So yeah.
Sorry about that. Welcome, Lisa.
So, it's Lisa.
And the cult jam, Lisa. That's funny.
That over to the family. I don't have the time, but it was sometime yesterday, I believe.
Share cover any tire tracks or any footprints around the house?
No.
Was there any take us through?
Oh my God, I cannot hear these questions.
Is that pretty standard for how you handle this?
The scene is done. We're done with the residents. If we need to go back to get, maybe we want to do something with some other piece of evidence there, we contact the family and let them know. But we've turned that over to the family. I don't have the time, but it was sometime yesterday, I believe.
Share cover any tire tracks or any footprints around the house?
No.
Was there any?
She said, do you have any retired cops or anything around the house? No.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No.
No.
We're doing the least that we can possibly do for this.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
If that's your question, then yes. Yes, I'm doing the absolute least I can possibly do. Yes, that's the answer. Sorry.
Can you please take us through the timeline that you've established of the events so far? And
9:45, 9:30, 9:45, we were told she was left in her home by the family. At 11 o'clock in the morning, the family got notice from somebody at church that She was not at church. They went to the home, found her to be missing. That's the timeline. From Saturday night, 9:45, we'll say, to Sunday morning, 11 o'clock.
Have you been?
Let me
But
get
he
somebody
knows,
back
he
here,
knows
please.
she went missing in the middle of the night, though.
That reported her missing, the people from
That's the family. Oh, from the church as well. We're doing all kinds of interviews.
Was that you, Dago?
What?
You sound like a mouse.
I do?
You do. Oh my gosh, let's have a conversation like this for a minute.
Okay. My pitch must have been less twist. Oh Lord, okay. Lucy loves this. It sounds like a chipmunk. Yeah, she
You
gets,
do.
she gets a kick out of this. Yeah, hey, hey. Yippity yah, hey ho. What's
Oh
going
my
on, guys?
gosh. Say, we don't even know that answer.
We don't even know that answer. See, look at Lucy. She's dying over here. Forget about it. It's a fugazi. Yeah, it's my pitch.
I'm sorry, you guys. I am in a silly mood today, but this is hilarious.
Was that any better?
Oh my goodness. He's making the hippopotamus bark. We're having a comic relief moment, you guys.
Meg, don't quit, Meg. Don't quit. It's okay. It'll all be fine.
We're gonna do the rest of the show like this.
I'll be as serious as I possibly can. Kim's crying, you guys. Stacey's crying. Can't even talk. That's not good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I am dying.
What the hell's going on
Oh
around
my
here?
goodness. How do I go back to a press conference? Oh my gosh.
Does
All right.
it sound normal yet?
Now it's normal. Now you sound like really deep.
Okay, hold on. Let me make this normal. Dago, start singing. Oh God, are you serious?
I don't know what to sing. Hula hoop. Oh. That Christmas song, like from Alvin and the Chipmunk. I don't know the words to that.
Christmas, Christmas time is near. I used to have that album, you guys. It was a red album. Love that thing.
Christmas, Christmas time is near. Time for something, time for cheer.
joy and time for cheer. We've been good.
I don't know how serious I can take this. We definitely gotta go back to the press conference. So I gotta, but this is cool that this works. I see there.
That's interesting.
Oh my goodness. I need to learn how to do that.
Are we good?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Ribbit. Why
This
did
is
you say
almost
ribbit?
over with.
No problem. I'll be quiet.
Yes, I'm sure we have.
Have you been able to access the footage?
Wait a minute. I'm sure we have.
To Sunday morning, 11 o'clock.
Have you been?
Let me get somebody back here, please.
Have you interviewed the people that reported her missing? The people from
That's the family. Oh, from the church as well. We're doing all kinds of interviews.
Have you interviewed? There's been a lot of discussion about this. Not sure. Have you interviewed? Hi, Clover. I'm glad. Love having you here. Have you interviewed the people who reported her missing? And he immediately went to thinking of the family. So I think that's telling that that was in the forefront of his mind. And then he says, oh, in the church.
Interesting.
And he said, we're interviewing everybody. Interviewed. We don't know specifically who reported her missing, do we?
Not a specific person. It was just somebody within that church group of hers. That's from what I understand.
So think about this. In a typical high profile missing person case like this, Savannah Guthrie's mom, You go to church with her. How many media outlets do you think tried to interview that person?
Probably all of them.
Yeah, and not one interview with that person. That's weird to me. I would think they'd be all over the news getting interviewed.
Agreed.
So he said family first, and then he said church. So it is a church member. Okay. I still don't know if we got a definitive if she was at online church or in-person church. I thought it was online.
It was. I thought it was definitive and verified that she was not. Greatest hits album. I didn't know they had a greatest hits album.
Oh, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Oh my goodness. My parents used to take us every 2 weeks, like when it was payday for my dad. My dad was a lineman, and we would, go out to like the stores, and they would get things they needed for the house or whatever. And they would let me and my sister pick out one thing. And I was in this like record, like I was always getting records.
Oh, records are great.
Picking that one out. That's how old I am. Record player old.
We went back to the record player. My wife.
Yeah, my daughter has one now. She got one. She's in her 20s. Yep. Twiz says if it was online, how would they check the church to see if she was there? It was reported, Twiz, that go ahead.
But she was in a group of people, like 5 or 6 different people. And every week, from my understanding, they would go to different houses every week, and they would get online and they would watch Savannah's church service online. Ever since the big C hit is what she was doing. She wasn't going out to church anymore.
Yeah.
So that's how they knew that, because she didn't show up she was supposed to go to somebody's house that day to show up for service. She didn't. Somebody contacted Annie and said, "Hey, have you heard from your mom? She didn't show up today." So then they go to the house, spend an hour or so looking around, didn't find her, contact Savannah. Savannah contacted Mark Kelly, the senator, and then they contacted police. That's how I heard the story.
So let's talk about that for a minute, because we heard that at first before they released the house, but they released the house Monday night. Brian Etten goes out there, and that's where we see the blood.
Yeah.
On the front steps.
Yes.
So Annie and Tommaso are at home probably, or wherever they're at in the world, and they get a phone call from somebody that says, "Hey, your mom didn't show up to our church group, and that's not like her."
Yes.
So they probably drove to her house. What would be the first thing that they would see?
Depending on the entrance, the way they went in, I would imagine. I'm starting to wonder if, since they do take her back and forth a lot, if they had a code to the garage.
Okay.
Or whatever that an opener for the garage. Maybe went into the garage, opened it up, went through the garage into the house, didn't see anything inside the house. Unless there was blood found in there. I do remember that. But there didn't seem to be a struggle, they said. So you're not going to see much. And it was claimed that they spent like an hour and a half looking around for her. At some point, I imagine they would go to the front door, I would think. And then you would have to see the blood and go, there's a problem.
Yeah, I could see looking around the inside, but I don't know. I think if she's not in the house, you're probably going to open every door and go walk all the way around the house, search the yard, search the pool house, search, every inch looking for your mom. There was blood, a lot of blood that we could see on camera from, a good distance on the front porch. There's blood and we didn't know at the time, like you gave a good description of what they originally told us. Right. Megyn Kelly, the clip that I just showed a little while ago, is saying she got from a source that the blood pattern in the house matches the front porch pattern. So in the house, it looks like straight down dropping blood. And so the expert she was with said, well, that sounds like she was probably like carried over a shoulder or something out. So I just think knowing that now, and your Tommaso and Annie showing up to the house, as soon as you saw blood, I would be calling.
I agree. That's why I was weirded out by why they called Savannah and then called the senator, then called police. If that's true, that's what I understood.
Yeah, I don't think we know for sure what was done during that hour, but the call didn't go out until, was it right before noon?
I think so. Yeah. Just like Idaho. Yeah.
Yep, 11 a.m. reported missing to family. And then around 12, I think it was 12, because then I think the cops showed up at like 12 after or something.
Yeah, I think the same thing.
Okay.
It's weird that they called this. I still think it's odd that they called the senator before they called law enforcement, if that's true. That's how it was explained to me. And I just feel like, well, I would call law enforcement first. Then if you want to reach out to somebody that you know that could help, then do that. But
yep. Twiz, I do not deny that. I do not deny that at all.
Good point. Very good point.
That's why I'm going to be talking about that stuff. I'm going to see anything coming out that makes connections or anything like that. Dago and I were talking last night with the mods about why she would call the congressman, and like I was saying how that's what happened in the Long Island serial killer case, because it went cold. So, right. But she did it right away. I think they knew what was up with that sheriff personally.
I was gonna say that was gonna be my next statement. That I don't think they trusted him. Maybe because they've been around. Annie lives there. They know. And this guy with the Rico stuff and all that, they were like, we don't, something's up with him. Or maybe there was something that was going on in the background for a while that we don't know about, because he's in charge of everything. He's keeping it buried. We don't know. There's something that could have been an issue.
Yeah.
So
and sometimes in the political world, if you want to get something moving, you need like a congressman, somebody like that to give a swift kick to get something going. And
they went high. They went to a senator. Okay. That's a big deal. So
yeah, not just a state senator, the federal government senator. Yeah.
Mark Kelly. He's a bigwig. So
yep. But it didn't seem like he did anything right away that we know of.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe because he couldn't do much, but he was informed, and there's got to be a reason for that. I would like to know what that conversation was. Reptilians. Okay.
I know. I see what you guys are writing in chat, and it makes me think of remember when Rudy Giuliani had that oil dripping down his face?
Yes.
It's a whole new.
Yes. That just flashed in front of my mind as soon as you said Rudy
Things
Giuliani.
You didn't have perspective on. Oh my goodness. All right.
Yes, I'm sure we have.
Have you been able to access the footage from the cameras at the house?
Well, that's all been submitted, and we're doing our best.
All right. Have you been able to access footage from the house? He didn't say anything about, no, she doesn't have a subscription, or no, we're having a hard time with that. It's all been submitted. I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew anything.
I don't think he did either.
I think he just sent the team in there and was like, go do your thing. That's what it sounds like. And no reports taken. No reports to him.
With those companies who training.
They what?
I'm sorry. I think they all did training together. Them and Idaho and everybody.
Oh, Idaho. Yeah. Funny. All right.
Those cameras or build those cameras.
Are there any plans to release those videos from the cameras, from the surveillance? Are there any plans to release the video from the cameras, surveillance footage?
We don't even have them yet, so no.
Any plans to release the footage? We don't have them yet.
Not at this time. This is an active investigation.
There's a report of a suspicious man a few doors down last week. Is that anything that you guys are aware of?
I'm not aware of it. My detectives may be. There's a lot of detective work being done, and I just can't get into those weeds or even discuss with you what they may not learn. Yes, ma'am.
Report from the board yesterday. Are there specific resources that maybe the board has not granted that would be a difference on this?
Well, that's getting into my own local politics. I apologize. Yes, the board a few weeks ago denied a request for more cameras, more drones, more AI capable.
Oh, she was asking about like specific resources that they might need for this. And who did he say? He said they denied it, like their local city council or something. Is that what he said? That's crazy. It's funding. That's why you ask for the FBI's help. Duh.
Board yesterday. Are there specific resources that maybe the board has not granted that would be a difference on this?
Well, that's getting into my own local politics. I apologize. Yes, the board a few weeks ago denied a request for more cameras, more drones, more AI capabilities with our own body-worn cameras. All those things, you'd have to talk to the board. I'm not.
Oh, so that happened a couple weeks before. That's interesting. So a couple weeks before, the board, city council that funds their local police department with tax dollars, that's how it works, denied upgrading their body-worn cameras with better technology and like videos and things like that. What are you guys talking about? Oh, you guys are talking about series and stuff. Okay.
Probably not the right time to go into this.
Sheriff,
let me get somebody else here.
Sheriff,
Yes.
do you believe she's still in this area?
Do we
Do
believe?
you believe she's still in this area, or is there somewhere else?
We don't know where she is. So you'd be like any investigation. You start from the point of where we last saw her, and we work out, and we're working as far out as we can go.
Sheriff, can you walk through the evidence of forced entry at the house, like any broken windows or whatever? Does it seem like people just went in and out?
There are concerns at the house that concerned us from the early on part of this investigation, and that's all I would tell you.
Oh, okay. Any signs of forced entry? And he said there were areas of the house that gave us concern. So I think that's a little
Interesting.
telling.
Yeah. I wonder if they noticed something that looked like it was pride or something.
Uh-huh. Something. They won't tell us what though. Yep.
They
There's
sure won't.
something though. There's something.
Definitely.
These are just the little tiny things I was looking for.
Sure. Is there any history with Nancy needing police at her place, or concerns that she was worried about somebody following her, or?
Our investigative team has looked into all of those things, and that has not been brought to my attention. So she may have had something like that, but I'm not aware of it.
What is your extent of collaboration with the federal government? Obviously, FBI is here, CBP, are there other agencies also involved?
CBP's role in this was in our search and rescue mission, where we constantly use them. They have great dogs too. Our dogs aren't tracking dogs for this. Theirs are. And so they came out and did that. Anybody else though that we've asked for help from, whether it's the FBI, I know if we needed help from CBP or DEA or ATF, they would gladly give it. I've heard from leadership from all sorts of agencies, not just at the federal level, but across the state. Every one of them saying, Sheriff, you need anything, we're here.
So you obviously said investigators, when they got on scene, they found suspicious circumstances. When the family called originally to report her missing, did they say anything about the state of the home?
I don't know that. I don't know.
Oh my God. All right, I'm going to stop there. I don't know. Anybody know, was he saying CBP or CPB that came out and did the dog search? So he made it seem like that's higher organization that helped them? I'm just curious because we were talking about like, is there an Arizona Bureau of Investigations? And is it Colorado something? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop there. I got the tidbits that I needed. Anybody watching JLR? Nothing breaking? Let me look real quick.
Not that I saw.
Whoops. Right there.
Speaking of that Epstein stuff, my wife just told me something I thought was interesting. Do you know that they mentioned, and I'm only telling you this because you'll understand, but there might be a couple people in here that would get it, but they mentioned Youngstown, Ohio, 42 times in the Epstein files.
Oh, I'm sure. Wait till you hear what I have to share about this. Columbus.
Yeah.
So
Ohio.
it would not surprise me that Youngstown would be a part of it.
Well, Youngstown, that was like mob central. So it makes you wonder. It still kind of is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a story to tell. Not
You
a
ever had
video.
this before?
What's this?
You ever had this before?
What is it? No,
It's called
I can't.
Poppy. It's a
Oh, I've heard of that.
probiotic soda
Uh-huh.
or
I think that was
prebiotic.
on Shark Tank, wasn't it? Was that the one on Shark Tank?
It might have been. My daughter brought some over here. It's cranberry flavor. It's not bad.
Is it carbonated? Like a
Mhm.
soda? Oh, okay. No, I'm still sipping on diet ginger ale.
This is good for that too. I could drink ginger ale all day, every day, whether I feel bad or not. I love it. So
Yeah, my stomach is still not wanting to eat food.
yeah, this helps your stomach too, I guess.
Okay, so Maria Farmer is one of the first survivors of this whole Epstein scandal ring. And there's been a lot of them. She's the one that is the artist. And I put one of her paintings on my thumbnail, and I like faded it a little bit because it's a little disturbing, because it's a man with his hand standing behind a young girl with his hands over her mouth. You know, her art is amazing, but she captured a lot of things that happened to her in her art. So some of them are very shocking.
It makes sense.
I didn't think that one was too over the top, but so she was a college student in New York in 1995. So this starts in 1995. And I got all this information from a documentary that I watched on Netflix. It's about Epstein, like The Richest or something like that.
Sure.
So she was at the Art Institute of New York, and she was graduating. And at the end of their graduation, they would put on an art exhibit, right? So her story is that she had 3 pieces on display at this art exhibit, and she said they sold for a pretty high amount. Like she got at least like $10,000 for each one, from just somebody.
Wow.
Then she claimed, now this is according to this documentary, but this professor came back and denied it. The Maria Farmer said that she was so excited she sold these pieces, and then this woman who runs the program came over, introduced her to Jeffrey and Ghislaine, and said, "You're going to sell your art to these people." And it was for less money. And so she was upset about that. And then, of course, I'm just going to say Jeffrey was, oh, don't worry, we'll make it up to you. So that's how she first got like connected to them. Now the woman in charge of that program has denied that.
Surprise.
She has denied that. So she gets hooked up with them, and he's like, because they have to exchange the money and exchange the art and all that stuff. he gets her a job, and he does this a lot with a lot of the girls. They
Yes.
they described it as like door person, kind of letting people in and out of one of his apartments or whatever in New York
Yeah.
City. And while she's doing that, like, he immediately goes to like wanting to know about her family, and she had sisters. She had 2 younger sisters. And he wanted to know all about them. And one of her younger sisters, I think she was like 16, her goal was to get to an Ivy League school. And so not only are they with Maria, they're latched onto the sister. And they're like, oh, we have a program and we can help you. And we're going to get you connected to, all the right people. And so they tell the sister, the 16-year-old, you're going to join this program, but we all have to meet out in New Mexico. They have places everywhere. So the sister goes out to Mexico, and she's the only one. She's the only one there. And that's where it all started for her. So I guess it was a place called Stanley, New Mexico. That's when all the massages start with her. And they tell her that in order for them to hook her up with these people, we have to send you to Thailand. So you're going to go to Thailand and Vietnam, and you're going to be meeting these like bougie people that are going to be able to connect you to like these Ivy League, like, get in with the big crowd. She didn't get into the details of, and I'm not going to either, of what happened, but that's where it all like happens with her, like the abuse. In the meantime, Maria, the older sister, the original one, she got moved. Now, see, this is where Columbus comes in. And Dago, you might know, does Les Wexner have any connection to Youngstown? Because he's mostly Columbus.
That sounds really familiar.
So he's the guy that owns Victoria's Secret.
Okay.
And he also just gave a deposition. I know Lana showed the whole entire thing. I think I might have showed a clip or something of it. He's huge in this. He is huge in this. He lives in, what's that?
I was gonna say he owns Bath and Body Works, Abercrombie and Fitch, Victoria's Secrets, La Stenza. He's pretty important, and he's definitely listed as a political actor. He's a billionaire, so that fits. Go ahead. Sorry to throw that out there.
Right, Lisa? I mean, yeah, I can't believe the parents allowed that. Yeah, for sure. And again, I don't know the exact age, so I don't know if she was like, 17 turning 18, had already turned 18. Like, I don't know the ages, but she was younger than Maria, who had just graduated college. So at that point, she's probably 22, 23, something like that.
Yeah.
So Maria ends up getting, because of her painting, they're going to have her stay at Les Wexner's in Columbus, because he like has this huge estate, and he has all these like little buildings, on his properties and stuff like that. And Epstein did the financial. That's how he's mostly connected to the wealthy people, is by doing financial help with them. And so he sends Maria there to do her artwork. And so that's how she gets connected with Les Wexner. When he got deposed, they asked him a lot of questions, because she said things happened at Lex Wexner's property. And he said, I don't know her. I hardly know Jeffrey Epstein. They never stayed at my place. And so you know, of course, in his deposition, that's what he said. But I think
Right.
I just found a photo earlier of him and Epstein and some unknown younger girl at like a baseball game. They were at a game together. That photo's online. So
I have one photograph of him, but he's been involved in more than just this. There was a scandal regarding sexual abuse at OSU that he was involved in. So
with Wexner?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That tracks.
So the FBI named him an unindicted co-conspirator following day U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Ohio, Columbus, denied Wexner's motion to quash a previous subpoena ordering him to attend a deposition in an Ohio State University case regarding abuse by former staff physician Richard Strauss, who was implicated in the OSU abuse scandal. He was part of that too, so surprise.
Wow. That's just crazy.
Never fails.
That's crazy. So here you have the two sisters that are like, they have both suffered in silence and they didn't share it with each other for a while, but then they finally did. And then they decided together and as a whole family, we're going to talk about it. And let me see. I think when her sister told her, oh no. So Maria she was not one of those victims that like, I don't know how long she endured it. But on this documentary, it said when she was at that compound of Wexner's and this whole thing happened, she had photos of her sisters because that's how she would draw her art. She would take a photo and then she would paint from that. And she said her sister's photos were gone the next day. So she thought Epstein and Ghislaine took them. And then the next day she called the police. So I guess the point is, I don't know if I have the exact timeline correct, but she reported them in 1995. That's how long this has been going on, you guys.
That's crazy.
1995. The first report about him and that whole thing. I just wanted that to sink in. And you look at all the deaths that have occurred around this situation with people in jail dying suspiciously, people who were survivors dying suspiciously. There's another person that we're going to listen to that died. That's very important in this case. That was going to be a witness that died suspiciously. And then other weird things. So like these girls spoke out and they did an interview with Vanity Fair, and Vanity Fair magazine was going to like write an article about it, but they got threatened, of course. And so instead of writing an article about the survivors, they turned it into an article that the title was called "The Talented Mr. Epstein." So just so we all
right. And this guy that you mentioned, this Wexner gentleman, just like everybody else of any power that has any relation to Epstein, states that he was duped by him. Everybody says the same damn thing. That they were conned by Epstein, that they didn't know what was going on. It's the same damn thing that Andrew said, remember?
Yeah. No.
It's just it's skin ridiculous. Sorry, Kim. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I don't think so.
That's just it's the answer everybody gives when they get popped in this.
I agree. And it's easy to believe until you like look into some of the details. And like I know this is hard for some people to like watch or talk about or whatever, but my philosophy is like if you're like if you don't say anything, then you're complicit kind of a thing. And I don't want to go all into it, but I also feel like as the public, we need to be a witness to, I mean, this is very historical, what is happening right now. And it needed to stop. It never needed to happen in the first place, but you can't stop things in the future if you don't understand them. So that's
Very
why
good
I'm
point.
doing this.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop there with Maria because that's all that happened with Maria, and then I've got her actual voice giving some information. It's a short one. There's a 2-part interview of her, and like the first part's like 3 hours. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but I just have a little segment. Okay, this is about 10 minutes because I'm not playing the whole thing. Just so you can hear from her, and it doesn't get horribly graphic or anything like that. And she does speak about the Jewish religion. That does come into play, and Israel. So she really gets into it. I'm going to stop it before it gets like way into it because I'm not trying to like have, controversy over here or anything like that, but she does bring it up.
Well, that's another thing Mr. Wexner was involved in was the stuff going on over in Israel. He's Jewish. There's a lot of this that's involved in this whole thing. It's crazy.
She flat out calls him a Jewish spy or something like that.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, Leslie and Billy, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, hundreds of years. Yeah. Seems like it.
Yeah.
I know when I think of the 90s, I don't think it's that long ago because that was like my heyday. I was in my 20s. But now when I start calculating, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a long time ago.
It feels like it was just like 5 years ago, but
it does. It does, you guys. It does. All right, so this is Maria answering some questions. This says Maria Farmer provided the first criminal complaint to the New York City Police Department and to the FBI about the conduct of financier and convicted as offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Fact.
So you think she answers more to
that's how I knew he was the head of
Wexner
this
than
snake.
like I don't know, like Israeli intelligence where her dad worked, right? Do you think she's more like under Wexner than
Right? No, I know she's Israeli. Well, Wexner is Israeli intelligence, 100%, and I know that's where she got all of her funding to do this scam with Epstein. I know that. Oh my gosh, that woman is the most dangerous asset for Israel that you can even imagine. I mean, she is so dangerous. I'm going to tell you what Ghislaine told me about her dad. Because, I knew her right after he died. Like, I think he'd only died like 2 years before.
He died in 91.
She was constantly grieving for him. And Epstein, so she would tell the story that her dad had Epstein protecting her. And I'm like, wait, what? This is weird. So she would say that Epstein was kind of assigned to her to take care of her because her dad, like right before her dad passed away, but her dad knew him. She said to me, he was assigned to me to protect me because my dad died. And I was like, I don't understand this. And I said, well, what happened to your dad? And I'll never forget this. She said, those cunts pushed him. And I thought she said off the baby Ghislaine. So for years I thought it was the lady Ghislaine. She said those cunts pushed him off of the baby Ghislaine.
This isn't the one I wanted to show. Sorry. This is not the one I wanted to show. Let me see. Sorry about that. Where's the other one? That does show, though, that it's weird that her dad had to set him up for protection. For her protection. Like, weird. So weird.
Agree.
What am I doing? If I don't have the other one, I'm going to go to something else.
You sort of mentioned
not that one. Hold on a second, everybody.
By the way, is everything good with Carlos?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
She looks familiar. I've seen her somewhere before. Probably one of these interviews.
Oh, this Maria.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think I'm going to stop there because I swear I listened to the clip that I wanted to show and I even wrote down like the time to stop and everything, but that was not the one. So, I'm going to end with this. The guy that was going to be a witness to all of this.
You sort of mentioned that you
ended up being terminated in jail. There's a New York, I think it's the New York Post, wrote an article about it.
Gotcha.
But this guy's going to read it. Not that one. Oh my goodness.
Guessing at what this could be, definitely a branch of.
Don't want duty, Ron.
Probably not.
Why isn't it in here? Oh wait, it was yesterday because I had this all lined up for yesterday.
Says that we're gonna.
That's why.
Pay.
The 25th. Sorry about this.
You're good. Things take time.
All right.
About Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking. Brunel was secretly negotiating. I don't typically do the kind of breaking news sort of thing on my page, but very late last night, there was a story published in the Wall Street Journal about the accomplice who was going to testify against Jeffrey Epstein and then went dark. This is in reference to the French model scout, Jean-Luc Brunel, who was very close to Epstein. And he was negotiating to provide prosecutors with evidence against Epstein in 2016.
2016. And that was the whole Palm Beach thing. So I'll talk about that another day, but this was reported in 1995. Didn't go anywhere. He actually got indicted and convicted, but a special plea deal was made in around 2016, 18, 19 time period. And this guy with the modeling is a huge part of this. It's a huge part of this. Were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say, I hope this guy wasn't the model.
Do you know this guy?
No, I don't.
So this is Hawk. He is an attorney. Can you believe that?
I mean, I guess, sure.
He's an attorney. He likes rock and roll. He just moved. He's been a TikToker and a YouTuber for a really long time.
Gotcha.
He lived in San Francisco and he just moved out into like the mountains into this cabin. And I think he looks rough because I think they got a lot of snow out there and he went like days
Yeah.
and days and days and days without power.
Yeah, he looks a little rough. I agree.
Trapped in the mountains. He does look homeless.
Just a little.
He's kind of funny too, though. He's kind of funny.
Sluther said he looks homeless. He does.
I know. He's an attorney.
Right, and you look in the background and everything he's got back there that's an Eddie Van Halen signed guitar.
Yeah,
That's
he's
another
a cool
one.
guy.
The dude's got some money in there somewhere, but he just needs to invest in self-care, I guess.
He might have retired. So he might have retired. So maybe he's not an attorney anymore.
Either way.
3 years before Epstein was finally arrested, but ultimately backed out. Jean-Luc Brunel was arrested by French authorities in 2020 for rape and other activities relative to his connection with Jeffrey Epstein. And 2 years later, killed himself in his jail cell in 2022. A year after Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted on 6 felony counts, including child sex trafficking, and for which she's now serving a 20-year sentence.
So that's a year after her sentencing.
After Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted, Jean-Luc Brunel took his own life in prison. But this article, written by Khadija Safdar and Caitlin Ostroff for the Wall Street Journal. I know Khadija Safdar has been writing a lot of articles about Jeffrey Epstein and the documents and things like that. So I'm going to read a bunch of this article, and I'm also going to discuss what's in it. Jean-Luc Brunel was ready to turn on the man who had been his patron and his partner. The French modeling scout was prepared to tell prosecutors what he knew about Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking. Brunel was secretly negotiating in 2016 with lawyers representing Epstein's victims, according to newly released Justice Department files. Brunel's lawyer told them his client recruited girls for Epstein and had incriminating photographs. They discussed a date for Brunel to walk into the U.S. Attorney's office in New York in exchange for immunity. Quote, one of Epstein's best friends, Jean-Luc Brunel, has helped get girls. He is wanting to cooperate, close quote, according to handwritten notes taken by a federal prosecutor in February 2016, including, quote, Brunel is afraid of being prosecuted. And then Brunel went,
You think? You think? So, yeah, I don't know if we need to listen to the whole entire article, but I just wanted to understand, who this key player was, because we'll probably hear nothing about him. Like, we'll probably never hear that there was someone out there that helped in this whole thing and had evidence. And it was a really complicated thing that was going on. Horrifically complicated.
Sure. That's putting it lightly, actually.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. So we know that there's, all these names that are coming out and everything we're finding out from the files and everything, but I just want to keep the focus on the victims and, a true crime channel over here. So focusing on the crime part of it, not the politics part of it, just the,
yes,
the
crime side.
The crime side and the survivors. I think it's important to call them survivors and treat them like survivors and
yes,
shine that light on there. But even, I don't care, no matter how we stand, everybody stands on politics. Like these depositions that are coming out, like I am equally invested, no matter who it is, on what they have to say, So Hillary Clinton is giving her deposition today. Supposedly it started at 11. I don't know if it finished or not. It was not. Who's that? Brooke. Hey, Brooke. How are
Hey.
you?
Good to see you, bro. Been a while.
Oh, is that Offie? Hi, Offie. You're laughing at me? What did I say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, just what I was going to cover and everything. So, with the depositions. So it wasn't live, but they're going to release it later. So I'm very interested to see what
Yeah, for sure.
she has to say, and then Bill is tomorrow. So I'm also getting back to the Idaho 4 because I know you're going to go over the Dylan call.
Yeah, today
Okay.
I'm going through that stuff. We're gonna break it down,
Yeah.
rip it apart, shred it, discuss it all, and
Yeah.
I
There's
love it.
there's some telling things in there. So, and I haven't had a chance to, besides, we talked a little bit about it last night and everything, but yeah,
You're
I'm gonna
welcome
try
to
to
join
get
me for
back to
that too, by
some-
the way.
Say that again?
You're welcome to join me too if you're not busy for that as well.
Yes, I will come up because I am interested in that.
Definitely love your input on it.
Yes, there's a lot to pull out of there. I'm going to put something together about Idaho for tomorrow also. So that's my plan for tomorrow. Idaho 4 and a few lives ago, I talked about the Mexican cartel with El Mencho, and someone brought up the Olympic kingpin. So I am so curious about that. I have to look into that.
Mama Bear covered that a year ago.
Did she?
That's a wild story who that guy is.
Okay, I know nothing about it, so I am so excited.
It's very crazy. She did a great job on that too. And he's still out there from my understanding.
I'll have to check it out. Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yep, I believe so. He was an amazing Olympian and decided to go this direction. So
that's crazy.
It is crazy as hell.
All right, everybody. Thank you, everyone who joined me today. All the mods, appreciate you, and everyone in chat. I'm sorry. I started Nightbot earlier. I started my Nightbot, but
Didn't work right?
he was timing people out.
Oh, okay. Meg said he was arrested. My apologies. Last I knew he wasn't, but good.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Meg.
Yeah. So we'll have a couple different stories tomorrow. The Olympic kingpin. Hopefully I'll have some information about Hillary's deposition and Idaho.
Yes.
So please join me back for that. Everyone who is green in here, I see you. Thank you for being a member, you unique peeps. Thanks, Dago, for coming up. Everybody go over to the True Crime Cafe with Dago and check out his live today. It's going to be awesome. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
Thank you for having me again.
Yeah. I'll see you in a little bit.
And I'll see you in a few. Bye-bye.
Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Subscribe. It's free and keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. That could be unique, yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear. Show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we called it like we see. If that's that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but that's the show. One love, two minds, letting it flow. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. We don't always agree, but you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. We dig deep with crack jokes, we call it like we see. If that's your vibe, you belong here with me. Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. It's free, it keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew, now right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife and wild to be a husband and a wife in podcast harmony. Yeah, that's you and me, that's you and me. Don't forget to like, hit subscribe, it's free. Come back again, we'll be right here with truth and laughs and zero fear.